Okay, let's go ahead and start your homework over 3-3 worksheet 2, which is graphing systems of inequalities. So the very first thing we're going to do is we're going to separate these, and we're going to have y is less than or equal to 1/2 x plus 2, and then over here we're going to go ahead and have y is less than negative 2x minus 3. So we're going to take this first one right here and we're going to solve it for y. It already is. So since that's already solved for y, the first thing we want out of it is the slope, which is 1/2. That's going up 1 unit and to the right 2. Then I want my y-intercept, which is going to be the ordered pair 0, 2. Then you are going to look at the inequality symbol. The inequality symbol is less than or equal to, and you are going to say, is this supposed to be solid or dotted? It is supposed to be a solid line. And is the shading supposed to be above it or below it? It says less than, so therefore it's below it. So over here on the green one, this is already done as well. So I need to have the slope out of there. That's a negative 2/1, which means I'm going to go rise up 2 and then run to the left 1. My y-intercept is 0, negative 3, 0, negative 3. Then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to look at the inequality symbol, and that's going to be less than. Less than means below. Strictly less than means dotted. So I'm going to take all that information and I'm going to graph it. So I'm going to come over here and I'm going to go ahead and do the red one first. So I'm going to graph 0, 2. And from there I'm going to go up 1 and to the right 2, up 1 and to the right 2, up 1 and to the right 2, up 1 and to the right 2. That is going to be connected with a solid line. And since that is with a solid line, I then am going to strictly shade below each of those points. And that is what you have so far. Now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to graph the green one. I'm going to graph 0, negative 3. That puts me right here. From there, I'm going to go up 2 units and to the left 1, up 2 units to the left 1, up 2 units to the left 1. And I'm going to connect this with a dotted line. Connecting that with a dotted line. And it says to then go ahead and shade this below it. So every dot I'm going to strictly shade below. So if I shade below this, where they intersect and cross is going to be our actual answer. And that is going to be right here in this area. And you can see where the two boundaries are. Okay? So that's how you're going to do problem 3. Let's go ahead and do problem 7. Problem 7 has an absolute value in it. So we know it's either a mountain or a valley. So the very first thing we're going to do is we're going to separate these two graphs. So y is less than negative 3, absolute value of x minus 2 minus 4. And y is greater than negative 2. So if I look at my first one here, my a value is negative 3. This says that I open down. So if I'm opening down, this means that I have a mountain with a maximum. Okay? And my slope is going to be negative 3/1, which means I'm going to go down 3 and left and right 1. My vertex, we know to be the opposite of negative 2, which is going to be a positive 2, negative 4. And then we're going to go ahead and look at the symbol, which is strictly less than. So if it's strictly less than, that means I'm going to shade below it. And since it's strictly less than, it is going to be a dotted mountain. So I'm going to stop right there. I'm going to come over here and do this. Okay, so I'm going to graph the point 2, negative 4. 2, negative 4 puts me here. And we know that to be a maximum point. So from there, I'm going to go down 3 and to the right and to the left 1 unit. Down 3 to the right, to the left 1 unit. We said we were going to connect that with a dotted line. And then we said that it was less than each one of those points. Less than means we shade below it, which means I'm shading on the inside of this thing, because that is below each and every point. So I want the inside of this right here. Okay? So now that brings me to the next part. The next part is going to be y is equal to, or y is greater than -2. This right here is a horizontal line. This is your y equals a number. So this is going to be a horizontal line at -2, and it's going to be dotted, and I'm going to shade the greater than portion. Greater than means above. So at -2, front row, there we go. Huh. Guys, my graph went bye-byes. That's a bad thing. Let me quickly put that back on there. 2, -4. It's very upsetting that that went away. I feel as though I don't know how I did that. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to have this be a dotted graph at the value -2. Well, here's -2. It's a dotted graph, and I'm going to shade above that. So if I shade above that, do these graphs ever cross? The answer is no. There is no solution of where these two things would actually cross. Okay? So that is how you do that, and that is your homework. If you have any questions, let me know.